Hey guys, today I want to talk about how dedicating yourself to one role in League of Legends can drastically make you stronger in games and concentrate your skill. One thing I've noticed in a long time of playing solo queue and generally playing this game is that most people with higher elo specify into a specific role. Now this doesn't mean that people with lower elo don't specify into a role either, or that people with higher elo don't play every role. I'm just saying, from what I've seen, most people in higher elo have their most played champions all belonging to one role. Let's talk a little bit about how exactly specifying into one role can help you. Why does it affect your play? Simply, for one reason being that playing a bunch more games in that specific role will help you to learn the champions in that role. You find me someone who can play 40 champions at a top level. There's no one. You may ask, what does someone playing 40 champions at a top level have to do with me, a mere 1500 mortal? Well, the top level is what a lot of people are striving for. I doubt many of you could say that you wouldn't want to be Hotshot GG running CLG and playing LoL professionally. So now you've learned it's pretty difficult, nay impossible, for most people to master a lot of champions or multiple roles at a high level. Keep in mind that I have to measure the skill level we're on here because anyone can play all 5 positions in a bot game or a 200 elo game. So what do? You choose the role that you're most comfortable with, or hell, choose the role that you feel you'll have the most success with and just hope it grows on you. Just specify into one role, and hopefully you'll already have some games played with it. In my opinion, there is really no better role for gaining elo. If you're playing well, you'll win. It's okay to play other things sometimes, but keep in mind your goal is to actually gain elo. Then it's much easier for you to do that if you have a marginal advantage over your lane opponent. You playing 500 games of top lane against someone who's played maybe 10 is an insane advantage. You know so much more about the champions that are played in that lane, how the ganks go and the general lane mechanics, etc. We've all had those games where our top lane goes 0-5 because it might not be the position he's used to be playing, rather than being mediocre at 3 to 4 roles, be amazing at 1 and punish people who don't know much about the role or lane than you do. If that wasn't enough to convince you, let's take it a step further. Take a look at my friend's profile. He's played 134 games of solo queue, and 126 of them have been with Nidalee. He's reached 2,300 elo, only playing one champion. You may ask, what's the point of only playing one champion? He's going to get banned out, etc. That's true, but it gives him the opportunity to learn the other characters in the same role at this top level of play, and he also knows like a lot of the mechanics of top lane and things like that, pushing the lane, etc. Take a look at my own profile. Of my top 11 most played champions, 10 are AD carries. That's why whenever I went into solo queue against someone who doesn't usually play AD carry, I'll most likely win, because I'll position better, I'll CS better, and generally win the lane. Another profile, for example, this time like a real professional guy, SK Ocelot. Of his top 11 most played, 10 are AP carries. Do you think this is a coincidence? He knows he's nowhere near good enough at this game to be able to play 3 roles at a professional level. No one is, and that's why he switched back to mid, because it'd take too long to learn top lane properly. On the other end of the spectrum, here's one of my friend's profiles. In his 10 most played champions, you don't really see a recurring pattern. Yeah, you have 3 AD carries, but you also have 3 top laners, 2 mid laners, and a jungler. He's obviously not choosing to specify into one role and excel at it. He's just playing what he finds fun, and it kind of freezes his skill level. He might not be going up elo simply because he doesn't want to specify into one role. Generally, for most people who are at low elo, their main problem will be playing the game more. It's likely that if you're wanting to get better at the game, you're just going to need to play more. Simple fact. There are a select few people with prior experience with games like LoL who can hit, say, 2k elo in under 300 games. Most people aren't blessed with God's gift to MOBA though, so it takes a while to build up skill and knowledge of your role. Thanks for watching. In my opinion, this is the right way to get better at the game, and I urge you to follow the advice I've given throughout this video if that's your goal. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and like me on Facebook as well if you enjoyed this video.